Ein Anblick, der zum Träumen einlädt.
Ich glaube fest daran, dass der Mensch eines Tages auf dem Mond landen wird,
sagte einst ein Junge namens Wernher von Braun.
This is Apollo Saturn Launch Control. We've just passed the 2-hour, 21-minute mark in our countdown, and we are proceeding at this time. At the 320-foot level, all three astronauts now aboard the spacecraft. Just a few minutes ago, astronaut Buzz Aldrin came in and took the center seat to join Neil Armstrong on the left and Mike Collins on the right. The third stage completely pressurized. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We passed T-minus 60. 55 seconds and counting. Neil Armstrong reported back when he received the good wishes. Thank you very much. We know it will be a good flight. Good luck and Godspeed. 40 seconds away from the Apollo 11 liftoff. All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still go with Apollo 11. 30 seconds and counting.
Der war gelassen. Er war hatte einen Anzug an, das hat mich gewundert. Alle waren in Hemdsärmeln an, er war perfekt gekleidet. Haare waren perfekt, der Schlips saß gut, er war nicht durchgeschwitzt, er hat gestrahlt. Und also da sah man wirklich, er sagte, this is my day. Dafür hat er jahrzehntelang gearbeitet und heute wird's gemacht.
Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
Roger, we got a roll program. Roger, roll. Roll's complete and the pitch is programmed. One Bravo. Apollo 11 Houston, you're good at 1 minute. Stand by for Mode 1 Charlie. Mark, Mode 1 Charlie. 1 Charlie. Apollo 11 to Houston, you are go for staging. Forward cutoff. confirm inboard, got it. Station and ignition. This is Apollo Control at 101 hours 54 minutes. We're now about 20 minutes 45 seconds from reacquiring the command module on the 14th revolution. The time until the ignition for the powered descent is 38 minutes 55 seconds. Here in Mission Control, people still standing and waiting. I believe back in the viewing room we probably have one of the largest assemblages of space officials that we've ever seen in one place. Included among the viewers are Dr. Thomas Paine, NASA Administrator, Jim Elms, Director of the Electronics Research Center at Cambridge, Dr. Abe Silverstein, Director of NASA's Lewis Research Center, Rocco Petrone, Director of Launch Operations at Kennedy Space Center, is there. From Marshall Space Flight Center, we have Dr. Werner von Braun, the Director. And his deputy, Dr. Eberhard Rees. Also a large number of astronauts, including Tom Stafford, Eugene Cernan, Jim McDivitt, and John Glenn. We also see Dr. Kurt Davis, Director of the Kennedy Space Center. And Dr. Edgar Courtwright, Director of the Langley Research Center. Dr. Stark Draper, Director of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology Instrumentation Laboratory, is also in the viewing room. Here in the control room proper, down on the floor, a number of astronauts, including Pete Conrad, Fred Hayes, Jim Lovell, Bill Anders. And Donald K. Slayton, Director of Flight Crew Operations at the Manned Spacecraft Center. Sitting beside us in the back row of consoles here is Dr. Robert Gilruth, Director of the Manned Spacecraft Center. Farther down along the lines, General Sam Phillips, Director of the Apollo program. Also, Chris Kraft is here, Director of Flight Operations at the Manned Spacecraft Center. And George Lowe, the Apollo Spacecraft Program Manager. We also see in the back viewing room Secretary of the Air Force, Siemens, and many others whom I'm sure we can't see through the glass. We're now 18 minutes, 10 seconds until reacquisition of the spacecraft. Ignition for the powered descent to the lunar surface is 36 minutes, 30 seconds away. At 101 hours, 57 minutes, this is Apollo Control, Houston. This is Apollo Control at 102 hours, 12 minutes into the flight of Apollo 11. We're now 2 minutes, 53 seconds from reacquiring the spacecraft, 21 minutes, 23 seconds from the beginning of the powered descent to the lunar surface. It's grown quite quiet here in Mission Control. A few moments ago, Flight Director Gene Kranz requested that everyone sit down, get prepared for events that are coming, and he closed with the remark, "Good luck to all of you." Here in the on the front of our display boards, we have a number of big plot boards which will be used to keep track of the burn progress. Among the more important of those is one which will show the performance of the onboard guidance systems, both the primary and the backup guidance system, and compare the guidance systems with the Manned Spaceflight Network tracking. These displays, by the time this is all over, will look a good deal like a combination Christmas tree, 4th of July. We're now 1 minute, 39 seconds from reacquiring the command module, Columbia. Acquisition of the lunar module will come a little less than 2 minutes after that. At the time we acquire the LEM, it should be at an altitude of about 18 nautical miles, descending toward the 50,000-foot pericynthion, from which point the powered descent to the lunar surface will be initiated. If for any reason the crew does not like the way things look as they're coming across the pericynthion, simply by not initiating the maneuver, they will remain in a safe orbit of 60 miles by 50,000 feet. And if they desired, they would be able to attempt the powered descent on a following revolution at a ground elapsed time of about 104 hours, 26 minutes. We are now coming up on 30 seconds to acquisition of the command module. We'll stand by for that event. Network controller says we have acquisition of signal from the command module.
Columbia, Houston, we're standing by, over. Columbia, Houston, over.
Houston, Columbia, reading you loud and clear. How many?
Roger, bye, Mike. How did it go, over?
Listen, babe, everything's going just swimmingly. Beautiful.
Great. We're standing by for Eagle.
Okay, he's coming along.
We copy, out. And Columbia, Houston, we expect to lose your high gain sometime during the power descent, over.
Columbia, roger. You don't much care, do you?
No, sir.
We have acquisition of signal from the LEM.
Houston, Eagle, how do you read?
Bye, Eagle. We're standing by for your burn report, over.
Okay, all flight controllers, go for landing. Retro.
Go.
Fido.
Go.
Guidance.
Go.
Control.
Go.
Telcom.
Go.
GNC.
Go.
Ecom.
Go.
Surgeon.
Go.
Capcom, we're go for landing.
Eagle, Houston, you're go for landing, over.
Roger, understand. Go for landing. 3,000 feet.
Okay, all flight controllers, go for landing. Retro.
Go.
Fido.
Go.
Guidance.
Go.
Control.
Go.
Telcom.
Go.
GNC.
Go.
Ecom.
Go.
Surgeon.
Go.
Capcom, we're go for landing.
Eagle, Houston, you're go for landing, over.
Roger, understand. Go for landing. 3,000 feet.